Here we go. Welcome to my Game Awards recap and reactions for 2019, and I thought the Game Awards would have been next week. I didn't know they were today, so luckily I was able to catch it right as it started, and I'm going to go through the pre-show, the main show, and also share all the announcements and all the winners of that got awards tonight from the show. And one thing I'm doing differently this year is that I'm going to list the other games, all the different games that were in competition with like a particular nominee, like best music, for example, and all the games. I'm not going to just name the winner, but in the description, you guys are going to be able to go through it, scroll through it. Any of you guys don't even want to watch this long vlog, I don't know how long this is going to probably be for you guys tonight. This is late, but I'm going to have the description listed with the winners marked, and all the games that were in competition with that associated with that particular nominee for like best music, and the 4 games that were that was nominated for that particular award. So that's something that I'm going to be doing, as well as the release dates that I call for any individual game from tonight. So one of the nominees that I ended up missing was the best action adventure game. They didn't announce that yet. It was one of the nominees, so I'm not sure if I either missed it or maybe one of you guys caught it. Can probably tell me from the comments if you guys watched the show tonight. The best action adventure game I was unable to just find, but everything else I got, including the game of the year that everyone was looking forward to. But first I'm going to start with the pre-show, then we're going to go to the main show, and then also I'm going to go through the rest of the nominees, all the remaining nominees, and talk about the winners from there. And I'm also going to share a couple of my personal favorite games that I'm also enjoying this year that weren't probably necessarily mentioned from or probably didn't win anything from tonight. So let's start with the pre-show. So these are the announcements from everything from the pre-show, which was about 30 minutes to a half hour before the main show got started. So we had the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 Rise of the Phoenix DLC announced for December 23rd, basically this month. And some other DLCs, I didn't catch the others. They're coming out with 3 others, or a few other DLCs for the game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, that's on the Nintendo Switch. Now, the first nominee to get started was the best score in music, and that went to Death Stranding. Now, Death Stranding was one of the games that ended up winning quite a few awards from tonight. So just don't be surprised from listening to just hearing the game just being announced for other awards. So I already knew that was going to probably be one of the games that was going to win several awards with all the hype around it. And then the game just took so long to come out. I don't know, I haven't played it, so I don't know if you guys are experiencing it and how you guys like it and what you guys think of the game so far. If you finished it already, or maybe some of you guys are already currently playing it. So Death Stranding got the first nominee for the best score in music. They showed this game called Man-Eater. Some new IPs that's coming out next year. We got more games for 2020 that we'll be able to look forward to. And some of these games, if you guys would like to check out, I'm also going to link you guys over to the live stream of the Game Awards if you guys would like to check out some of these games. Man-Eater announced for May 22nd, 2020. Our next nominee was Best Esports Coach, and that went to Zonnet from Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO. Best Esports event was the 2019 League of Legends World Championship. We got Best Esports Host was Shocks, so he ended up winning that. And then some outside of these nominees that we ended up catching on during the pre-show, we have a brand new game that they showed, Humankind. It's called Humankind the game, or the Humankind game, coming for 2020. No More Heroes 3 that we already got a chance to look and spot from earlier this year at E3. That was a nice little surprise. So we got to see it again. A nice little trailer for the No More Heroes 3. So I'm excited for that. Definitely looking forward to that. Also, speaking of excitement and the hype, Final Fantasy VII Remake got a brand new trailer. That looks amazing. So we got our date, March 3rd, 2020. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, but I wouldn't be surprised, because they notice how the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC got pushed. But that's not till, at least that's coming next month. So hopefully no more delays for Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I thought that was going to come out this year. So now our next nominee, we have the best fighting game. That went to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Game of the year, I'm not going to get to that right now. So I'm just going to scroll over to the main show, and I'll say game of the year for the last announcement or the last nominee, because then I have a couple things I can say about that. So let's get on to our main show. So we have best narrative went to Disco Elysium. Now, just like I said earlier with Death Stranding, this game got several rewards. I never even played this game. I never even heard about this game at all, but it got lots of love tonight. Lots of different rewards. Best role-playing game went to Disco Elysium. So those are other nominations to other games. I thought those were announcements. It's just scrolling through just everything through this list. We got a glimpse of the new Xbox. I guess the new Xbox Series S that they showed for Holiday 2020. We still don't know too much about it, at least from what I've seen. And they showcased one of the games called Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 for the Xbox Series X. Best esports players went to Booga from Fortnite, who won the Fortnite World Champion, or the Fortnite World Cup, which was pretty cool to see. A brand new PlayStation for next gen was showcased called Godfall. That's coming up around the launch of the new gen system, Holiday 2020. Best audio design went to Modern Warfare. Best strategy game was went to Fire Emblem Three Houses on the Nintendo Switch. We got a showcase of Bravely Default 2 if you played the first one. This one looks pretty good. I love JRPGs. It looks pretty good. But Bravely Default 2 was a nice little surprise coming in 2020. Some news about a new Warframe story update out now, playable now on PC if some of you guys out there play Warframe still. I played a few times on PlayStation, but I don't anymore. So I don't know any news about the console, but it's out right now. The story update, Empyrean, I think that's what it's called, Empyrean. Magic the Gathering Arena was showcased. They talked about that, and that's free to play, free to download right now. A little bit after that, Fortnite Star Wars event. I guess Epic Games came out on the stage and talked about the Fortnite Star Wars event that starts basically tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Definitely going to be checking that out to see what they do with Risky Reels. And also, besides the event, well, if you do attend this event, for some of you guys that like Fortnite, we get a free pickaxe. Well, not a free pickaxe, but a free glider. So I'm going to be getting that. So that's our details for that Fortnite Star Wars event. Sons of the Forest was showcased. We got League of Legends Ruined, the very first single player experience that's going to be coming out for League of Legends, both console and PC. It's called League of Legends Ruined King. I might be interested in checking that out. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance coming fall 2020. Right after that, we got the brand new Apex Legends limited time event, or the Christmas event. It's called the Apex Legends Holo-Day Bash limited time Christmas cosmetics. We got the Winter Express, and you got they showcased a free legendary G7 skin that you guys can get your hands on right now, and it's playable right now if you guys are still awake playing Apex Legends, or you can play it tomorrow or over the weekend when you guys get a chance. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, we already saw this. I already saw this game. It looks pretty cute, and it's an indie game that I remember seeing at this year's E3. Magic Legends, you can sign up for the game at www.playmagiclegends.com. Ghost of Tsushima, a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Finally got to see this, and we know when it's coming out, summer of 2020. This game looks amazing. I'm looking forward to that. Just another game that we already saw from E3, but we got to see a release date and even more of a little bit of the gameplay. Gears of War Tactics, or Gears Tactics, is coming April 28th. I think that's the right date, April 28th, 2020, or sometime in April 2020 for next year. A brand new game, Naraka Bladepoint. It almost seems like another hack and slash game. Naraka Bladepoint coming in 2020. We had our music performance by Green Day, I really enjoyed watching. Haven't seen and heard from them in a while. And they said that right after the performance, they said that the gamepad for the Green Day gamepad drops tonight for Beat Saber. If you guys play that on the VR. Another brand new game for world premieres, we got New World. That's coming in 2020. So lots of different games coming out next year that we see just as I'm going through the list here. Wolf Among Us 2 was surprising. I didn't play it. I just seen just some of the episodes that seemed pretty interesting by Telltale. And I thought they wouldn't be making any more games for a while, especially after what happened to Walking Dead. And if you can believe it, Fast and Furious has a game. I watched all the movies. Now we just now getting a game several years later. Fast and Furious. It's called Fast and Furious Crossroads. As I say, Crossroads. Fast and Furious Crossroads, May 2020. So that's all the main show. But I'm gonna go through the rest of the nominees for you guys, and then I'm gonna talk about, once I go through the rest of the nominees, and then I talk about the game of the year. I'm gonna share with you guys that's only a couple games. It's one of the games I enjoyed this year that I'm playing right now. Player's Voice went to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Best Community Support went to Destiny 2 by Bungie. Best Content Creator went to Shroud. Best Independent Game went to Disco Elysium. So they just getting another, just getting all these awards. Best Fresh Indie Game, that was presented by Reggie Fils-Aimé. Disco Elysium. And then Best Games for Impact went to Gris by Devolver Digital and Nomada Studio. Best Narrative, already said, Disco Elysium. Best Art Direction was Control. Best Audio Design, already mentioned that, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Best Performance went to Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. And then Best Game Direction, Death Stranding. Best Ongoing Game was Fortnite. Best Ongoing Game was Fortnite. So I said Best Mobile Game, COD Mobile. Call of Duty Mobile. Best VR and AR Game went to Beat Saber by V Games. Best Action Game was Devil May Cry 5. Another one of my personal favorites. One of my personal games that I like from this year. I almost forgot it came out because it's been so long. See, now Best Action Adventure Game, I don't know who won that. Now, just to share with you guys who was in competition for this. I don't know if any of you guys out there caught it for Best Action Adventure Game. Best Action Game was DMC, Devil May Cry. Now the Best Action Adventure Game came down to Borderlands, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. But I don't know which won Best Action Adventure Game. So I have no idea who won that. That's the only nominee I didn't catch. Best Family Game, Luigi's Mansion 3. Best Sports and Racing Game, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. Well deserved. I'm glad they got that. Best Multiplayer Game went to Apex Legends. Best Esports Team was G2's Esports from League of Legends. And then Best Esports Game is League of Legends. So that's all our nominees. Now the Game of the Year reward. I gotta bring this up. Almost closed it off. Game of the Year went to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Now you're probably wondering who was in competition for this year. What were the other games for the nominee for Game of the Year? We have Death Stranding, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, The Outer Worlds, Control, and Resident Evil 2. So those are the other other games in competition in the Game of the Year. Now, just cutting it down, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not new, so I already knew that wasn't gonna win. Death Stranding already had won a lot of awards, so I knew that wasn't gonna win. The Outer Worlds, I don't know. The Outer Worlds didn't get nothing. And then Control got one reward. So, and Resident Evil 2 didn't get no love. That sucks. And then they just came out with a remake for Resident Evil 2. Well, Resident Evil 3 was announced for next year. It's crazy. But Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, I'm not surprised, because I was just surprised. The whole show, Sekiro didn't get no other reward. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice didn't really get much of anything tonight. So that's I wasn't really surprised by that. So that's our game of the year. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but all these other games are pretty good. I didn't play Outer Worlds. I didn't play Control, and I didn't even play Death Stranding. But I already played the Resident Evil 2. Now that's our awards. That's all our nominees. So if you want to repeat, that's gonna be in the list in the description. But let me show you guys some of the games that I'm enjoying. Just a couple of them. This one, of course, this is getting nominated. It just came out. You guys probably don't play Pokemon anymore. I love Pokemon Sword. I'm not finished with the game, but it's just one of some of the games I'm enjoying. Luigi's Mansion 3, best family game. I'm not that far in the game, but I'm loving the game for what it is. And I waited so long for this game to come out. And I still got the first game on the GameCube. And then the other game that didn't really get a single reward tonight. Resident Evil 2, the Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I am so excited for the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis coming out April 3rd, 2020. I'm ready for that game. But I don't know about you guys or what you guys liked. And some other games I can think off the top of my head that wasn't even nominated for anything. Days Gone was a pretty interesting game. It was long. It was long, just riding the bike around the map. But the story was really good. The story was really worth just going through and playing all the way through. If you were patient enough to let it build up. Days Gone was one of my favorite games this year. And then Kingdom Hearts 3. I was hoping to see some DLC of the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC remind for story base for next year, for next month, I guess, for January. But I really enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 3. But that's just a couple games that I liked the most from this year off the top of my head. Some of my personal favorites. And maybe some of you guys haven't even played them. But I know everyone plays on different platforms. Everyone plays different games. Some people just play nothing but multiplayer games. Some people won't even probably play single player games. Everyone has a different preference. Everyone prefers just different games. But let me know what you guys like this year for what games are you guys playing? What games do you like the most? What is game of the year to you? Because just because it's game of the year for that, it might not be, Sekiro might not be a game of the year for you. It might be different for other people. But I just shared a couple of my games, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. But that's our game of the year, the Game Awards. I was gonna say Game of the Year awards, gaming awards for this year for 2019. So thanks for watching. I know it was a late video, but I'm looking forward to see. I know next year is gonna be a really competition. Last of Us, Cyberpunk. Just think about the games for next year real quick before I end this. Next year is about to be packed with competition. Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. What else we got? Maybe Beyond Good and Evil 2 might come out. I want to throw in Kingdom Hearts. That's just a DLC. But we don't know what else is coming out. Watch Dogs Legion. What else is coming? It might be some other games that's going to be coming out. We never know. We might get some other surprises. And then some other games that's going to be coming out late in the holiday season. So we don't know what other games is coming out. And we got the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis I just talked about. The Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake. And who knows what else they'll probably bring out for the games. But it's so many games to come out and so many games to look for next year. It's going to be really difficult to really pick a game of the year. I think that's going to be even more tense and more competition, especially with Last of Us 2. I think that's going to be top tier. So I can't wait for that. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But just like I said, everything I went through here is going to be listed in the description for all the nominees. And just like I said, I only missed one of them that I couldn't catch. And then there's the link I'm going to send you guys over to the stream. If you guys want to catch up and watch the rest of the whole entire show, you guys can. Or you can just scroll through and skip through whatever you guys want to watch. But I don't know if they have any timestamps over there. But if you want to watch the show, I definitely recommend it. It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite nights. And it's a great time to be a gamer. It's a great time to get into games. Get into games that you never tried. Games that you never played before. That you might not know that you don't know if you will like or not. You might end up liking it if you just give it a try. But thanks for watching. That's our Game of the Year Game Awards show for this year. So that's our list. So we'll just have to wait till next year. I just can't wait to see what comes out on top for the Game of the Year next year, because it's gonna be so much competition.